Did I make you wrong? Alicia, Shabana, Shivani, did I make you wrong while I was addressing my concern that you please come on the camera? Was I making you wrong?
No.
No. Great.
No, sir.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you. So what comes to your mind when you talk about conflict? What is the energy? Conflict के बारे में सोचते हैं तो क्या energy आती है? What comes up to your mind? Just be honest. Come on.
Negative and negative.
Negative energy आती है. ठीक है, बढ़िया. कहाँ हैवीनेस आती है? हैवीनेस बॉडी में कहीं आती है? कॉन्फ्लिक्ट के बारे में सोचते ही
माइंड में आती है पहले.
माइंड में आती है पहले. ठीक है, बढ़िया. Who else want to share? Why we want to address this conflicting situation? Why we want to address it? If nothing comes up, there is no need to address it. No. अगर कुछ नहीं होता है तो फिर yes, please go ahead.
To make our mind lighter.
Yes, that's why we want to address, because with conflicting situation makes our mind very heavy and we have to address it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Who else? Rahul, I want you to be on camera, please. Yes. Who wants to share next? Why we have to address? What is conflict for us? क्या होता है conflict? What is conflict for us?
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead.
The conflict is the condition when we are not able to face the situations around me.
Yes. So basically, when the conflict happens, we don't want to face the conflict. That is the truth. Because the moment we talk about conflict, the thing comes up for us that, why there is a conflict. First of all, there is no acceptance on the conflict. Why there is a conflict? And we want, every time we want an ideal world where there is no conflict. But when we want to grow in life, every conflict is inevitable. So we have to accept the conflict. तो आएगा ही आएगा. Argument तो होगा ही होगा. अब now हमें address कैसे करना है? That is the key thing that we want to talk about today, right? Can I go ahead in the interest of time? Yeah.
Yes.
So what does conflict occur to you? We already talk about it. It shows a negative connotation. Now, the next question to you is, how do you handle conflict? Chalo, conflict aa gaya, that is inevitable. What do you do to handle it? How do you handle the situation? How do you handle the conflict? Come on, guys, let's talk about it. And my promise to you, you will take away something really, really promising today. Both training wala nahi hoga, there's a transformation that's going to happen today. So how do you handle the conflict? Put in the chat box. Yes. Sorry?
Face it.
आप फेस करते हैं. हाँ, ये तो एक आइडियल है ना कि फेस करना है तो फिर तो हो जाएगा. लेकिन नॉर्मली हम कॉन्फ्लिक्ट को हैंडल कैसे करते हैं? How do we handle the conflict? First of all, face it, right? Good. When you face it, are you able to resolve the conflict? Are you able to manage the conflict in a good way? क्या होता है जब फेस करते हो तो?
Sir, there are two versions actually.
Yes. Please go ahead. Come on, Alisha. What are the two versions? I want you to know.
Sir, one might be positive and one might be negative as well.
Okay. What is the positive and what is the negative? Richa, can I request you to please be on the video, please? There is a condition today that you have to be on video, please. Sorry to interrupt you, Alisha. Please go ahead. One is the negative and one is the positive. This is what you said.
Yes, sir.
So what is negative in the conflict? That I want to know.
Negative conflict address that it may be of it may be that it is positive for me, but it might turn up negative for others.
Okay. It might turn out negative to others. Okay.
And sir, same goes with positive, means what we think is positive for us, what we think negative for us, it might turn positive for the other people. So
okay. What we think negative for us, that can turn positive also, and vice versa as well. Okay. What else? What else? Subhashji, Richaji, I request you to please come on video, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's a condition that if you're not coming on video, we gently request you to move out. Okay, great. So there is a negative conflict, there's a positive conflict. So my invitation to you, there is nothing called negative conflict, there is nothing called positive conflict. Just try and look at the conflict is a conflict, right? How we perceive the situation is giving you that interpretation of whether it is a negative conflict or the positive conflict. Now, my question to everyone, whosoever is dealing with a conflict, everyone deals with conflict on a day-to-day basis. Everyone has conflicts, as even everyone has ongoing conflict as well with people. So you either have get off the bus, either you have avoided it, or you have taken some negative situations, or you're not going to face it just because of your own well-being. So if I want you to ask you, if I want to ask you, are you really interested to transform that conflict right now? Are you really interested? Right, sure. So if you are interested, you have to give me some kind of a nod the way Ashmi has done. So how do I know that you're really interested to transform the conflict? Either you put in the chat box yes, no, or yes or no. Are you really interested to transform the conflict? Put in the chat box yes, no, raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Nobody else is interested to transform the conflict? Nobody else? Yes, good. Pritam ji, you're okay with the conflict? You're interested? Great. Shabana, Anurag ji ने तो बहुत अच्छा काम कर लिया है, बिल्कुल वो तो sorry, it's not Anurag, I think it's showing Anurag. Sorry, ma'am. What's your name, ma'am?
We both are listening actually.
You both are listening. So you really want to resolve the conflict today?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Yes. Good.
Yes.
Good. Great. So I'm going to just share something to you. I think voice is resounding. I'm going to share something with you. Now think about you're stuck with a point of view with another and can't find any agreement. ऐसा सोचो कि जहां पे भी conflict है वहां पे you don't find any agreement. You know, I have a conflict with my father that he is not in agreement that we are going to shift from the rental to the new house. So he's happy to be here because there is a huge chaos there. So he doesn't agree. He doesn't want to have any kind of conversation. So I'm also emotionally charged about a situation because there are a lot of financial connotations to it. So just think about the situation that you're stuck and you don't have any agreement, and you are also emotionally charged about a situation with another person, and you cannot seem to step back, right? So my suggestion to you right now is also something that I'm going to talk about it. The first thing that comes up to my mind, or probably this given here, number one is don't react immediately if you really have to handle the conflict. Now, let me work with someone so that it becomes very real. Anybody would like to volunteer with me so that it becomes very real for everyone? I want to give you a coaching session right now. Anybody want to volunteer with me? Anybody who's interested to volunteer so that we talk about the conflict and really transform it?
Yes, sir.
You are interested, Alicia?
Yes, sir.
Great, lovely. Okay, so can you put Alicia on the spotlight, Shabana? Me and Alicia on spotlight. Lovely. So Alicia, hi. Can you put yourself on unmute? Can you unmute yourself right now?
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about the conflict. What is the conflict you have, and with whom you have a conflict?
Sir, it is with my relatives.
Okay. So can you focus on one person right now?
Okay, sir.
Who is that person? Is it okay for you to share?
Sir, your voice is not audible actually.
Okay. So is it okay? Am I audible now, Alicia?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. So is it okay for you to share about that one specific person right now?
Sir, it is like when I am addressing something and when my aunt is addressing something, it seems that means I am not able to agree with her or she is not able to agree with me fully.
Got it.
So that is the means time when the conflict arises, and sir, it makes me much more means aggressive because it happens that I won't be able to control my anger or I am not able to make my point valid.
Got it.
So that is a time when I realize that there is a conflict between us.
Got it. You're not able to express yourself. You don't want to. There is an internal thing that is coming up which is not happy about it. Are you? This leaves you with what? क्या होता क्या है जब भी
सर रिगार्डिंग मींस जॉब और फिर मतलब मेरे स्टडीज से रिलेटेड या फिर वॉट एवर द इशू इज दैट आई एम नॉट एबल टू फोकस ऑन माई स्टडीज आई एम नॉट एबल टू डू एनीथिंग इन लाइफ सो व्हेन आई एम मींस व्हेन आई विश टू एक्सप्लेन हर दैट yes I am doing something in life means either she is not able to understand me or I am not able to make her understand that I am doing better in my life.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is where the conflict arises.
She doesn't seem to understand you, right?
Yes, sir.
I want to invite you right now. Just be present to that situation where the conflict was happening, and I ask you to listen to the person. In your case, it's your aunt. What is the unsaid while she's saying something? What is the unsaid? कुछ तो कह रही है और कुछ नहीं कह रही है. Something what she's saying and something what she is not saying. What exactly is the unsaid in her?
Sir, unsaid is that
Problem
there
with
is
this.
no encouragement towards me because whatever I am doing, whatever I am means doing in my life, or I am teaching to myself, I am getting extra means what is the I am teaching myself some extra new skills so that I can grow up as a means I can able to show my abilities, but she doesn't
She
seem
doesn't
to
seem to
notice
encourage
that.
me. She doesn't seem to motivate you, right? Got it. So
No.
yeah. So what exactly she's doing? What is she saying to you?
Sir, what I feel is she is making a barrier to my thoughts. Means whenever I ponder upon that, yes, what I am doing, it seems
Hold on.
that I'm
Hold on.
always remembering her
Got it. Got it.
and her words.
God, when she says that she is consistently nagging you, this is what I
Yes, sir.
listen, consistently nagging you, and she is not able to. She doesn't give you any space for you to express yourself. This is what you say. And
Yes.
when she is doing it, she is consistently nagging. When she is not providing you any space, she doesn't encourage you. What is the unsaid in her?
Sir, unsaid is she doesn't motivate me, or she is not happy what I am doing, or that I am making me
She's not
learn.
happy. I got it. She's not happy. But what is the unsaid? Now, I'm giving an example of the unsaid, right? So that you know more. When I was speaking to my father about shifting our house from this place to another place, and he was not listening. He was saying rude words to me. He was saying, I don't want to talk to you. You only argue. You don't do anything. While he was saying all this kind of things, the first thing that came to my mind, why can't he understand me? That was the first thing came to my mind. But then listen to the unsaid. He said, I'm the boss. He was saying, I'm the boss of the house. Who are you? That is the list. That is when I listen to the unsaid. That what he's trying to communicate is, listen to me. I am the owner of the house. I'm the boss of the house. I'm your father. Who are you? Although he's not saying it categorically. But this is when I started to listen to him. Things changed. In your case, what is that you are not listening to her while she's doing all the kind of things? What she's doing?
Yes, because I haven't I haven't kept that notice, because whenever this kind of situation arises, either I used to shout or I just walk out, and I just seem to notice that what she is trying to convey or what I am trying to convey to her.
Yes. So when she doesn't encourage you, when she nags you, that makes you go out of the situation, when I ask you to face it, just imagine what is the unsaid in her when she is saying something to you. What is the unsaid? Yeah, Ashmi is listening. Authority and control issue from both parties, right? So do you see, I'm just putting my words into your mouth. Alisha, can you see that she wants to prove that I am authority?
Yes, sir.
I am someone. Who are you? You are just a bacha.
Yes.
अभी का बच्चा, मैंने जिंदगी देखी है, तुम कौन हो, मेरे साथ कैसे आर्गुमेंट कर रहे हो,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes.
And when she is saying that, can you listen to another thing, what he wants to say to you, what she wants to say to you?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. If she's saying this, there's one thing that she says that, I'm authority. What is
Yes.
the other thing that she wants to say to you?
That actually she has been a government employee, so she puts herself in that and said that I haven't got this job, no one government haven't gave this job by seeing my face. So that is the next thing she says. And then, sir, I feel that I don't have a job, and I feel like that I don't have anything within me. I am doing means I have to regret what I'm doing.
Yes. This is what you communicate through your body language. That's okay. But now, when she sees that, when she sees what you say, I just want to ask you one thing. Very simple. Does your aunt love you?
Yes, sir.
Does your auntie love you?
Yes, sir. She loves me.
And while she is nagging and while she is discouraging you, can you listen to the unsaid about the deep love that she has for you?
Yes.
And that love might be saying, do something about your life. What are you doing? Why aren't you doing something? Let's say if I tell my son, you're not doing anything. I still love him, and it's out of love I'm saying it, isn't it? Can you see that right now? Can you just feel it right now?
Yes.
So that is the unsaid right now. That is listening to the unsaid. So now, when you're listening to the unsaid, what is available for you to handle this conflict now?
Yes, sir. So this thought comes to me at a very later stage, means when I think that yes, I'm doing nothing, and then at the later stage, means after 3-4 hours, it's that okay, that means she loves me, she's telling for my own benefit.
Yes.
So
Exactly. But how about if you just go with the conversation? Then I'm not going to listen to what she's saying. I'm listening to the unsaid, the deep thing that we want to say. Which or can, because people have tendency not to show who they are. बोल नहीं सकते. We are not as great as communicators. So they show it in a different way. Our fathers show love in a different way. Our friends show love in a different way. तू थोड़ा करके बात करते हैं, गाली देके बात करते हैं, friends है ना?
yes.
But don't you think that do you think that they love us? They do love us, because that is something going on in their head, other way around. Thank you, Alisha. You can go, and my only invitation to you right now is to think about how you're going to talk to your auntie going next. When you listen to the unsaid, the moment you start the conversation, you are going to confront her and listen to the unsaid, and then have that conversation with her and see what comes of you. Right? All right. Thank you so much. You can.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you can go ahead. So now that was the first thing that we got to do. Whenever we have any conflict, the first thing we got to do is don't react immediately. Just listen to what's not said. People have lots of things in their back end, but they don't say what they have to say. It is not easy to say sorry. It is not easy to say, I love you. It takes a lot. We are not being consciously trained to say that. So we got to listen to the unsaid, not what is being said at that situation. I'm not going to cover each and every aspect, but I'm going to share these pointers. The second part is take 100% responsibility. Like if I am interested in the relationship with my father, so I own 100%. When I'm having a conflict, I own 100%. If the conflict goes bad, it is my responsibility. It is not my father's responsibility. 100, 0. My responsibility to make that relationship work. Right. And also the outcome. It's my responsibility to get the outcome. Now, whatever you have to say without making any person wrong. गलत नहीं बोलने का किसी को. Share your feelings, good, but not making other person wrong. Whenever there is a conflict happens because you are right about certain things and the other person is wrong. मेरे को तो पता है ना, मुझे मालूम है कि यार मैं तो सही हूं क्योंकि मेरे को तो घर की चिंता है, फाइनेंशियल लॉसेस हो रहे हैं, मुझे तो उसकी चिंता है. And I'm making him wrong that he doesn't understand. All his life, मेरे फादर क्या सोचेंगे, मैंने जग मारी है क्या? So if I'm making him wrong, he'll get it through my body language, through my feelings. He'll get it. Now, that's an interesting conversation. Sometimes the emotional charge is so high that nothing seems to coming. You just get off the bus. थोड़ी देर के लिए बाहर आ जाओ, without making the person wrong. Resignation से नहीं, feelings like, ठीक है, let's get off the bus for some time and see what comes up for us. And then next, this is also for you, Alicia, allow her to say what she wants to say without judging her. Allow her in a relationship, right? It's a relationship of love now. If she's angry, allow her to throw that anger. That's fine. She's angry now. She is something, she is authority, she is a government employee. Allow her to express herself, right? And see what miracle is going to come to you. I'm telling you, you got to face it, right? And now, what's more important for you, you have to understand. Are you going to be right in that conflict or you want a relationship? And when you want a relationship, no conflict is going to make you go down. All right. So these are a few pointers I'm going to give it to you. I just did a role play with Alicia to talk about listening to the unsaid. Next part, we're going to talk about more and more in the subsequent sessions. So these are the few points. You can want to take a picture, you can take a picture and start practicing it. All right. Now, what's opening up for you guys? What's opening up for you? Anybody would like to share what's opening up for you? Yes, Ashmi, please go ahead.
Yes, conflict can be resolved. Conflict can be resolved. Let me rephrase it too. Conflict is resolvable, if that is the right
Beautiful.
English.
Beautiful. Conflict is resolvable, and that's our belief that conflict तो बहुत negative है. Conflict होता है, resolvable है. So we can resolve the conflict. We can face the conflict through various steps. Right? Beautiful. And let me share, what happened when I really understood my father. Yesterday in the evening in a new house, he actually called me. He was showing what is the next plan of action, what are you going to do next, step 1, step 2, step 3. And I saw a beautiful relationship emerging out of that. Right? Great. What next? What are your few takeaways? What's opening up for you? As Ashmi said, conflict is resolvable. How about others? Pritam ji, anything coming up for you? Shavana, Subhash ji.
Conflict is temporary. Another thing it's not a permanent.
I got a new way of looking at it.
Yeah, you got the new way of, and what is the new way? Thank you, Ashmi, for saying that. Conflict is temporary. Beautiful. Yes. Pritam ji, what is the new way that you got today?
New way is I was not present to the unsaid communication.
Yes.
That was there.
Yes.
And I could now find the love in other person's mind, and then it helps me to get connected again.
Beautiful.
That's what. Thank you.
I tell you, even if you practice one thing, which is listening to the unsaid, you will see huge amount of transformation. Huge. Look, when I used to coach people, sometimes I was listening to the unsaid, sometimes I was not listening to the unsaid. And whenever I was not listening to the unsaid, I could not connect with my client at all. So Listening to the unsaid is a beautiful concept. You know, just listen to what is not being said. Great.
It requires practice. I think that's in the practice we forget often.
अभ्यास से तो कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला शबाना. अभ्यास तो चाहिए. And you know, it requires a practice for you to hold such a beautiful event of consciously positive for so many years now. It requires a little bit of commitment. Not even one day I found that consciously positive program nahi ho raha hai. Every day is happening. And I really want to applaud Alicia and Shabana for that. You know, you guys are brilliant. Despite of trainers not available, you are still finding it your way. I find a deep commitment in you. I found a deep love in you for people and community. Now, how does it sound to you, Shabana? जब मैंने आपको ये बात बोली आपको, how are you feeling right now?
I feel being acknowledged. Thank you.
Yes, and connected also.
And connected also.
Great, great. So जो सामने नजर आता है ना, हम उसके बारे में बोलेंगे ना, अरे लोग वीडियो पे नहीं आ रहे, अरे लोग ट्रेनर्स नहीं आ रहे, अरे ऑडियंस नहीं आ रहे हैं, अरे ये क्या कर रहे हैं, रोज मुझे बुला रहे हैं, कुछ कर नहीं रहे, तो वो सामने नजर आ रहा है. कई बार person becomes angry also, but what we miss is the deep love in other person, the deep commitment. How many times we are looking at the deep commitment in other person rather than, you know, talking about what they say. Deep commitment in your mother, your family members, in your work, at your workplace also.
I find it.
कहाँ हो तुम, नजर ही नहीं आ रहे. ढूंढू कहाँ. Pritam ji, yes. I think you are off video. You are on mute also, Pritam. Yes, please go ahead. So guys, any questions you have? You have last 6 minutes to go. Pritam ji, yes, you want to say something?
Yes, I said we find that coaches that come on the screen, they are very much committed and they have very much want to change, see the transformation in other people's life. That's why they are there.
Thank you.
What I find. Thank you.
I really got that. Thank you so much. Yes. Who else? I mean, you have any questions and answer? You have 5 minutes to go. I have a hard stop at 8:40. So yes, you have a question, Ashmi? Please go ahead.
बेसिकली ये कहना है कि लाइक हम लोग किससे सलाह लेते हैं. कई बार हम अपने पीयर्स या रिलेटिव उनसे सलाह लेते हैं जिनकी स्टेट ऑफ माइंड वेरी डिफरेंट होती है, कॉम्प्लेक्स होती है, और वो लोग कुछ मतलब उनका वैसे भी थोड़ा सा ऐसे माइंड होता है, और अननोइंगली हम उनसे शेयर करके वो गलत गाइडेंस मिल जाती है. तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जिसके साथ रिजॉल्व करना है वो तो होता ही नहीं, और इट एग्रीवेट्स. तो वी हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल हु वी कन्फाइड इन एंड हु इज द ट्रेन्ड पर्सन. ये मुझे कहना है.
Yes, that's awareness is necessary. But even if अगर ऐसा हो जाता है ना कि किसी और के साथ चले भी गए, तो वहां पर भी क्या करना, प्रैक्टिस करना, लिसनिंग टू द अनसेड. वहां भी प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो. अगर सलाह भी किसी से लेने जा रहे हो और वहां पे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो गया, तो उसको हैंडल तो करना है ना. उसको छोड़ तो नहीं सकते ना कि सलाह लेने गए थे, वो तो ऐसा हो गया. पर वहां पे क्या सोचना है कि what is your listening to the unsaid. That's what you want to think at that point in time. That's the practice. Am I making some sense to you, Ashmi? Am I making some sense to you? मैं कुछ सेंस बोल रहा हूँ, कर रहा हूँ. आई थिंक यू आर म्यूट.
नहीं ना, बेसिकली मैं ये कह रही हूँ कि मैं कभी किसी से सलाह ली जाए और उनका अपना पर्सपेक्टिव होता है, उनसे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट नहीं होता, वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट को एग्रीवेट करा देते हैं लाइक. और हम लोगों को अपना ब्रेन चाहिए ऑफ कोर्स, पर समटाइम्स जब इमोशनली वल्नरेबल होते हैं.
यस,
इमोशनली वल्नरेबल कोई होता है.
आई डोंट नो व्हेदर दे आर फेसिंग और नॉट.
ओके, श्योर, नो प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है, थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग दैट, आशमी. एनीबॉडी एल्स वांट टू आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन? किसी के पास कुछ सवाल है?
My important takeaway was like, give time, don't react immediately, and that is very important. To be mindful, this is very important. Actually, immediately when you react, things become more aggravated. So it is best to give it time, listen to the unsaid, and then this was an important point which I got from your.
Good. Thank you. Even if you're there for a few minutes, you got that.
No, I am there. Actually, I am listening, but the only problem is the video. I have, like there's some reason I'm not able to.
Yes.
I'm listening to it. In fact, you are on the speaker.
Okay.
So, so we are listening. But the thing is, my husband is also listening. But it's always possible to come on the video.
Okay.
That
sure.
is the thing. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Any questions you have? Any question? Are you all clear? किसी के पास कोई question है? Subhash, you want to say something? Any question?
I
Yes.
don't have any question,
Yes.
but I want to say that we should have preferably an analytical mind so
Yeah.
that we can distinguish between the pros and cons of the situation.
Yes.
And then I think we would not be able to go to somebody to guide us, because in that case we'll be able to find the unsaid ourselves only.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's what I want to say.
Sure. Sure. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Any final words? 2 minutes left. Alisha, any takeaway that you want to share?
Vinay,
Yes.
am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible, partly audible. You can still go ahead.
Hello,
Yes, yes, please go ahead, Pritam ji.
hello. Vinay, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are. I think his network has a problem. So let's go ahead with Alisha.
Hello.
Alisha, what do you have to say?
No,
Problem
sir.
with this.
Sir, from now onwards, I will try to look on the unsaid words if any kind of conflict in agreement arises.
You will try or you will do it?
Sir, I will do it.
Good. You got that analogy of try, you cannot try to do anything. You can either do it or you cannot do it. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Shabana, for the opportunity. Thank you, everyone, for participating. Thank you, everyone who are not on video.